Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We break into regular programming to keep you updated on the winter weather moving through our region. Storm Track 3 Chief Meteorologist Nick Housen here now. So, Nick, what are we seeing in terms of this storm?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag of everything. We're starting to see some reports of substantial amounts of ice through Callaway County. That's Murray, Kentucky, southward into northwest Tennessee, and even into the Memphis, Tennessee area to our south. Around here, and the further north you go, you start running into more sleet and even some snow mixing in. So we've been, of course, tracking this system. We've got team coverage throughout the day today. I wanted to show you some viewer photos that have come in. Beth sent us a picture from Eldorado with the icicles hanging from the deck and some sleet. And that is primarily what we have seen so far in southern Illinois and southeast Missouri is sleet. And of course, now starting to see some snow as well. But Dixon Springs there near the Pope and Johnson County line. Penny sent us a nice picture. Looks like some sleet there on the ground. All right, I've tried to do the best here of figuring out exactly where the snow, sleet, and freezing rain lines are. We do think at this point most areas through Perry, Jefferson, Franklin, and most of Jackson County also seeing primarily snow. However, that line cutting right through Williamson County, right through parts of Hamilton County, more turns to sleet through the rest of southern Illinois, much of southeast Missouri, and then through western Kentucky, Graves County, Marshall County, and into northwest Tennessee. Areas along and south of that line are seeing a lot of freezing rain. Once again, the difference is freezing rain comes down as a liquid and then freezes on contact. Freezing rain is mostly what we're concerned with: power outages, tree damage, and things like that. So we are right in the heart of this system right now, and really we expect the heaviest to occur between now through the early part of the afternoon. Area low pressure passing to our south, but you can see all of the winter weather stacked up through Arkansas and Oklahoma. So anywhere from now to about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. Once again, those that are primarily going to deal with power outages and we're most concerned with right along the Kentucky-Tennessee line. Farther to the north, it's going to be all sleet and all snow. National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings, all for southern Illinois and southeast Missouri. Notice the purple color. That's the ice storm warning, and it's going to be right in this area that we anticipate the highest amounts of ice, the highest power outage risk as well. Closer to the lunchtime hour, we start to see that snow line creep a little farther to the south and east. This is still likely going to be mixed with some sleet, especially into parts of southeastern Illinois, the Missouri Boot Heel, while south of Paducah, closer to Murray, that's freezing rain. Now, again, later on this afternoon, we start to see the winter weather wrap up just a bit. Still, though, some lingering snow showers, a good possibility through the overnight hours and even into early Friday morning. Most of what we see accumulate, though, occurs between now and about 4 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. Significant amounts of ice, though, expected. Union City to Murray, Kentucky, a half an inch, possibly up to 3/4 of an inch of ice. This is the area we expect the heaviest sleet, up to 3 inches. That is a lot of sleet. Now, sleet does not accumulate as much as what snow does, but where areas have already switched over to snow, 4 to 8 inches of snow a possibility. Mount Vernon into Perry County, Pinckneyville, DeCoin, and then southward, especially northwest parts of Jackson County, Campbell Hill, possibly the Ava area, 4 to 8 inches of sleet and snow combination there. So tree damage, power outage risk pretty low in southern Illinois and southeast Missouri, but we're already starting to see a few power outages in Callaway County. So our latest forecast has not changed since earlier this morning. See no reason at this point to change it. A significant ice storm possible across right along the Kentucky-Tennessee line. In this orange color, you're going to see 1 to 4 inches, primarily of a sleet-snow mix. There's going to be more sleet that actually moves in this area. And then to the north and west of that, we will see more snow. And of course, that accumulates more. That's one of the reasons we do expect 4 to 8 inches of a sleet and snow combination. Make sure you've got that Storm Track 3 app. You can help track this storm. Of course, you could submit your viewer photos there and also submit viewer reports. It really helps us to know exactly what is falling in your neck of the wood. We appreciate all that. Again, we do have storm coverage and team coverage. Dave, you've got some updates as well.
That's right, Nick. As you mentioned, we have team coverage. Storm Track 3's Emily Pike is, I believe, in Franklin County. We're going to check in with her right now. So, Emily, where exactly are you and what are you seeing there?
Yeah, we're in Herrin right now, and we are seeing snow is falling. So this is an area that you're looking at right now on 148 in downtown Herrin, where this area has started to go from sleet to that snow. Nick was talking a little bit about that. And now, of course, you can see the roadway here behind me. This is still a slushy mess. We're still talking about cars are still slipping and sliding on most of their turns. It's a good day to take it slow if you have to go out. But again, it's really recommended that you just stay home. It's one of those days. Now, if you are out there driving, I'm holding this chunk of ice that I actually took off of our station vehicle. And if you aren't cleaning the top of your cars off, and maybe you're going at even 30 miles per hour, this flies off you're hitting maybe the person behind you. So that's another good reason to stay further behind the person and keep your distance as well as you are driving out there. But it's a day to bundle up. We are still seeing that snow. The snow is going to continue to fall here in Heron. We started to see a lot more people coming out and about, so just take it easy, take your time. I'm going to send it back to you in the newsroom.
All right, thanks for that, Emily. And as we can see right now on our tower cam in Mount Vernon, traffic moving slowly there on Interstate 54. And of course, still have more team coverage. I believe now we're going to check in Brooks Lyer in Williamson County. So Brooke, we're seeing that the main roads are still somewhat covered up. That's leaving the secondary roads. It's going to be a while before they get to those. What are you seeing here in Williamson County?
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Well, right now I'm in Carterville and I have Route 13 right here behind me. So I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way so you can get a better look at what I am seeing. Not too much traffic. I'm seeing one car coming down, headed towards the Marion area, but this road actually looks a lot more clear than about 4:30 this morning when IDOT crews were traveling around trying to treat and plow it. So far, driving down the secondary roads here in Williamson County, Marion, Carterville, those are the areas that are still a little snow covered and a little slippery if you're getting out this morning. Of course, you are advised to stay home if you can. Only go out if you're going to work or maybe going to the grocery store to get some essentials. But normally during this time, we'd be seeing a lot of traffic right here on Route 13, and that's just not the case this morning, which is, a good thing for people to go ahead and stay home. But again, Route 13 is much clearer than when we first started this morning at 4:30. I'm still feeling that sleet and snow mix, and it's kind of windy out here, so it seems like no matter where I stand, I'm getting some of that sleet and snow mix in my face a little bit. Let me tell you, this is not the fun stuff to make a snowman out of. So any kids at home today, probably going to want to go ahead and stay inside, but hey, it might be okay for a snow angel. But for now, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks for that, Brooke. Well, if you can stay home, please stay home today. I mean, even IDOT drivers say just as soon as they plow a road, it's still getting covered back up. That's because it's still coming down. I mean, just take a look at this map right here. This is from getting around Illinois, and most of the roads here, if not all the roads in southern Illinois, showing in the purple, which means either partially or mostly covered snow roads. And take a look here. This is Route 13. It runs through Williamson County, Jackson County, into Saline County. From river to river, it is purple, and that's most of the roads in this region. Now, we want to check in Missouri. We've got a tower camera down there, I believe. Actually, no, we're going to go to Brandon Morano, who is live in Kentucky. Brandon, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Dave, that sleet, you can probably hear it on my microphone. It's been pelting me in the face all morning long, and it's been coming down pretty steadily. Now, the good news is here, you can probably see behind me, I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a better look. On Junction 998, this is one of the main drags in Paducah. Things moving very slowly, not a lot of traffic on the roadways, and that's the way transportation officials like to see it. As of about an hour ago, they only had one tow incident to report, and they'd like to keep it that way throughout the morning. Now, one piece of information I do want to pass along is the Brookport Bridge is closed. It closed last night, and it'll likely be closed until at least Saturday, maybe into Sunday, depending on when things warm up and when that ice starts to melt. Now, a couple problems that they're worrying about and what they're really looking at is, I've seen it here on the power lines next to me, some of that ice buildup, and that's what can cause power lines to break and then result in power outages. So that's one thing that officials are looking at heavily. And then the ice on tree branches as well. That wind starts to move, that extra weight on those tree limbs, and can blow those tree limbs into houses, cars, things like that, right? So really what I've been seeing out here, you just saw that semi drive by. It's semis, pickup trucks, snow plows, and mostly law enforcement vehicles out here in Paducah right now. Now, later on, I'll be going on a ride along with a tow service here in Paducah. I'll bring you that story later on this evening on News 3. And it is cold out here. You can tell I can barely move my mouth, so I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Brandon, thanks for that, and stay warm out there. Now we're going to check out to the farthest edge of the viewing area there. This camera in Poplar Bluff overlooking MoDOT there, and you still see traffic moving along very slowly. and that yard fairly empty with trucks. They're out there working the roads. Now, if you do have to get out and drive today, here are some things to keep in mind. Make sure you have jumper cables, a blanket, and non-perishable foods. Also, make sure your phone is charged before you leave and have a charger in your vehicle. And we have more tips on our website at WSILTV.com. And of course, we will continue to keep you updated both on air and online at WSILTV.com/winter. There you can find a full list of local school closings and how to prepare and stay safe with our weather stories. For now, we return you to regular programming.